What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. So straight up, we have someone who claims to have seen an early test screening of the Thunderbolts, but what's more, this is a guy who not only claimed to have also seen Captain America 4's test screening, but accurately predicted parts of the movie. So as far as people on Reddit are able to vet him, he's an accurate source, and he has some amazing feedback about the Thunderbolts that he posted the other day on Reddit in reaction to it now going on sale with tickets. We're going to break down exactly what he said. Again, this coming from the guy who claimed to see Captain America, had details that are accurate. He has some really awesome feedback about the Thunderbolts. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do if you're into that kind of thing. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing lately. We are growing again at a breakneck pace. We have some insane videos coming later this week. If you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. Plus, it enters you for the giveaways. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all that giveaway stuff again there. Okay, quickly, the spoiler warning here. There's not details about the film. That's not what you have to be worried about. Just basically your expectations, and if you're susceptible to this kind of thing, please try to remember that no one, including random people on Reddit, should ever tell you how to feel about anything. You can listen to people that you trust in their opinion on things, but you should always go into basically viewing any art, including Marvel films. Yep, I know, their art as well, and form your own opinions on it. It's okay to like things that the masses don't. It's okay to not like things that the masses do, and part of that is keeping an open mind, so just keep that in mind as we delve into what this guy has to say about Thunderbolts. But in today's case, all of that really wasn't needed. It's overwhelmingly positive. This is coming from the Reddit source Spiritual Smoke 4605. Again, a guy who saw Captain America and accurately predicted it. This is what he had to say about Thunderbolts. Quote, attended a test screening of this near Burbank about 6 weeks ago. I won't say too much, but I think if you're feeling jaded about the cape-ish genre because they're all feeling the same, I would check this one out. The journey it takes the characters on is actually interesting. The team dynamic is great, not unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, and the way Sentry Void is executed into the story is really fascinating. I expect this one to leg out well into the following weeks after it drops. I see the tomato meter being above 90% for critics and audiences. Of course, I could be wrong, but the audience I was with seemed to love it and couldn't stop talking about it highly after the screening. Now, straight up, we covered this guy's Captain America sort of review from a test screening last year, and it was not anywhere near this positive. He had a lot of negative things to say, so it's hard to classify, again, whether or not this guy actually saw the movie. We're just going based on what he said before, but the fact that his reaction is so vastly different than what he saw in Captain America Brave New World. To be fair, I really liked Captain America 4. It had some flaws, it is what it is, but all in all, a great Marvel outing. And so that said, the fact that he's singing the praises this strongly for this film has me super hype about it. Look, I've said for a while, if you've been watching my videos, I think that this is the biggest chance a Marvel movie's had to sort of be a sleeper, because from the character's point of view, other than Sentry, and even still with him, it's almost like a B squad. But from an actor's point of view, this is a full-on A squad, and again, since the movie's had a moment to breathe, not the expectations of an Avengers Doomsday, a Fantastic Four, a Spider-Man, or even a Captain America 4, it's allowed to be its own thing, and it really feels like the creatives that were involved took that liberty with the movie, and that's why I've always felt like this is going to resonate and have legs at the box office once the word gets out from opening weekend about how good the movie actually is. And again, it's important to remember that this is just one person's opinion. I've been in these test screeners, as I've mentioned, either seeing the first 15 or 25 minutes of a film, or in some cases, the entire film, and sometimes there will literally be like 15 people in the audience, especially for the remote city pre-screeners when they were doing them. And so the sample size that you're getting, this is just one person or a small group of people who, for instance, might not even like superhero films and are already coming in with a predisposition to the genre. And let's face it, it's become so big and pervasive in film that you probably have an opinion one way or another, and I would say that's almost definitely true if you're the type of dude who's stepping up to go to Marvel pre-screeners in Burbank. And of course, if you're not familiar with Burbank, it's in the greater LA area, not too far away, and there are some absolutely legendary music studios and film studios located there. Now, I think there's one real question that remains about this film, and no one really has the answer for this, except for, again, people if they've seen it already, is whether or not it's going to try to attempt to set up Doomsday in any way. One of the biggest strengths for Captain America Brave New World is that the film didn't try to be something that it wasn't, and I think it feels like the Thunderbolts have done the same as well. And so I don't think there's going to be the kind of doomsday buildup that some fans expect, and really because if they're going to introduce RDJ even in just a post-credit scene in the Fantastic Four, I don't think they'd want to subvert that introduction by wedging him into the end of or in a post-credit scene for the Thunderbolts. Maybe something over the shoulder like we saw for Thanos in one of his early post-credit scenes, but definitely not as an intrinsic part of the storyline of the film. And I'm sort of reading between the lines here, so, you're allowed to say I'm reaching, but I think that's basically what this guy was getting at when he said if you're tired of just the normal cape-ish where they're wedging all this stuff in and it doesn't make sense and this hero comes out of left field and then there's another cameo at the end of the movie that never ends up tying into anything, we never see that character again. I feel like those are the tropes now that have sort of put some sort of stigma on the MCU, especially for the lay fan or the non-fan, and so maybe he's not specifically talking about that, but since he's saying it's an outside the norm movie, it feels like it almost most definitely won't try to bite off too much and turn into one of those tropes at the end of the film. Again, maybe I'm reaching for insight here, but I'm just basically taking it at face value and going one step further. I will also apologize, guys, with my voice the last couple of days. I am getting over a nasty chest cold. I don't know what's been going around. It definitely wasn't COVID, but man, it was intense. And if you happen to catch this in the next couple of weeks, get some rest and drink some water. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Hey, have you already bought tickets? We're going to get those box office projection updates here pretty soon, but right now it's tracking, I guess, what you would suspect between about 80 and 100 million. Maybe it'll do a little better or a little worse. I actually didn't pick up tickets yet because I want to go see it with my fiance, and I'm not exactly sure she's going to be able to get off that week. Also, if you haven't seen the popcorn bucket for The Thing for the Fantastic Four, I'm not a popcorn bucket guy. I haven't tried to get any of these. I am definitely trying to get that one, but let me know down below how hype you are. Have you already got your tickets? Quickly, the giveaway stuff. All right, we're about a week away from the finale of Daredevil, which will be the next announcement for a PS5. Also, our last winner never claimed it. I've tried to get in touch with him the best I can. He hasn't claimed it, so we will add his giveaway to the next giveaway we'll actually be giving away too. And if he should ever come claim it one day, well, then I'll just be out an extra PS5. Either way, if you want to be entered to win again for the giveaway, it's like a week away. Just be a sub, comment on this video, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos live with my voice, so please be safe and vigilant, and remember, it's got to be me, not just some random person with my photo in the comments. If you get that anywhere on YouTube, just report the account. Best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name Allfires. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.